Hi, welcome back. So I've released 3 videos so far. My intro and a couple of haul videos. So this one is a little different. So I'm going to go over my first 21 days on eBay. So first 3 weeks, and just kind of give a highlight of how it's gone so far. Again, in my intro, I mentioned why I decided to start is to build something for myself. And there's this like a motivational guy on Facebook, and he put something out like, go make money, like get off your butt, grind, and it had excuses like, well, I'll have to use my own gas, or, there's eBay fees, and it's like, so, just do it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. So I presently have 56 listings. So I've had 75 total listings, and I've made 19 sales so far. And yeah, I'll run through a quick montage of those so you can see it. So, having seen, watching that montage, what really stands out to me is that video games have been my strongest seller. But I've sold a little bit of everything. I wish I had a warehouse of just Super Nintendo games, but I don't. And I don't know how to source them at this point. If I could specialize in games alone, that's what I would do. But hey, you never know. Like I said, I am learning. Especially the sourcing thing is where I think I'm really trying to figure out stuff. So with those 19 sales, I have made a gross profit of $709.69. After eBay fees and shipping, things like that, my profit has been $447.18. That's about a 63% profit margin, which I have no frame of reference for, and I don't know if that's good or not. I'm hoping that in the future I can increase it to 70 to 75. But, we shall see. Like I said, ever-evolving process and learning. So $447.18 profit. So my expenses this month have been $262.78. Now, I know that sounds steep, but I mean, if you're going to start a business, you're going to have to buy some stuff. That's just how it is. And some of it is things that I will not ever have to buy again. So, like that mannequin. I bought a mannequin for photographing dresses and clothing. I bought some cords for the Super Nintendo and 64 that I have because I could not find them. I think I threw them away when we moved because I was tired. It was like a big jumble of cords, and I was like, you know what? If I haven't needed it in the whole 5 years it's been a jumble, I'm not going to need it now. And then I started doing this, and then I did need that jumble. I really did. So I bought those. I got a game bit screwdriver, and that helped me with verifying authenticity of some of the Super Nintendo games I had. I was able to open them up and show buyers that it was indeed the real deal, and they were. I had 2 of those. What else? I bought this ring light with a camera stand to do my videos. Again, another purchase that is going to be long-lasting, even though it makes my first month look weaker because of my expenses. It's still creating strength for my business in the future. And with these videos. I also bought a scale for my packages so I can do accurate shipping. And yep, got those notebooks so I could do planning of my videos. So my YouTube videos. It's crazy. We're just reflecting back on it. Just 3 weeks. Sounds like a long time. It's really not. But It's crazy how rapidly and how different things can be in short windows, especially if you're motivated and dedicated to what you're doing. And it makes me think today on Facebook, some of my memories popped up, and I'll show them to you. It's like 10 years ago. If you were wondering what I was doing 10 years ago today, there it is. And it's just, back then I was in the Army and all that stuff, and fast forward 10 years and my life's totally different. And I'm pursuing different things and got a baby on the way, and just, it's such a neat thing. But we'll round it back to this. So it's neat to see my progress in life and then within these 21 days as well. Okay. So, given those numbers that I mentioned, 447 profit minus about 263 expense. So I've had to date at 21 days. There are still 5 days this month, maybe. Anyways, July's not done, so I might still meet my profit goal, because my profit goal for July was $200. And with my expenses and stuff, that puts me $15.60 shy of my goal. But if I continue to have a sale a day, like I was, that's averaged out, I will probably make it. So I hope so. That'd be great. Who knows? By the time I put out my monthly update video for July, a lot could change in the next 5-6 days. Until then, I'm gonna maybe make some more sales, maybe get some more product to source and list, and we'll see. I'm gonna make a whole video on that. That's gonna be a little bit more in depth than this just 21 days so far. So, of the 5 things that have surprised me and what I've learned, I had a list for this and I need to look at it. Give me a second. Okay, I've got it together. All right, so now 5 things that have surprised me in these first 21 days. How quickly my sales started. I was surprised, I wasn't expecting to hit $700 in gross sales my first month. But that's exciting. I mean, that's part of what I like about this reselling thing. It's like, it's kind of like a treasure hunt, like the sourcing, and then you get the excitement from finding something that you think people are going to enjoy. I like when people leave feedback that my customers are happy. I had one that it's been my favorite so far, but because you think about reselling and you're just thinking about it from like, just somebody hustling and making money, But what I'm finding makes me happy is that, think about it like this. If I didn't get out and go to that garage sale with $20 in my pocket and find that treasure and put it online, and it's just the thing that person was looking for, and then they can buy it and they have it in their collection. It's just a series of very small steps that get somebody something that makes them happy. And I think that's neat. Another surprising thing was how much shipping and eBay fees add up, and they do. So eBay's fees are about 13.6%. Whenever you first list, you don't have to pay anything, but after your thing sells, they take 13.6 and then 40 cents per sale. So 13.6% of the sale plus 40 cents. And they are counting the shipping whenever they do calculate their take. So if the person pays $50 for their thing and then it costs $8 to ship to them, eBay's taking their cut of $58, not $50. So, and especially for like new sellers like me, when you're not making that much money, those cuts into your profit seem really huge. and could be a little bit discouraging. But if you think about the peace of mind that eBay provides, and the platform, and millions of eyes on your products, I mean, it's a good trade-off. I mean, sure, you could sell these things in town. It may take way longer. People might try to undercut you. You have way less opportunity to move product. So yeah, that you just got to get over that and get around it, you know. And yep. Another thing that surprised me was like the time that goes into reselling. Like, it sounds easy, right? But you know, you have to go source the products. You have to clean them if needed. You know, detail them, clean them. You have to photograph them. You have to measure them. You have to title it. You have to describe them accurately. You have to post it. You have to pack it. You have to ship it. Like, there are a lot of steps to it. And I enjoy those because I'm a goober. And I have always loved like office stuff, and it makes me really happy to print off that label and put it in an envelope and take it to the post office. So, I don't know, something about it just makes me happy. Oh, and the bookkeeping. I've been keeping Excel spreadsheets, and it evolves all the time because I'm like, oh, I need to track that, or I need to track this. And so, yeah, it's evolving. I will definitely have to make a video about my workbook. I've never recorded my screen on my computer like that before, but I will figure it out. So that will come. Another thing that surprised me is how much I'm actually enjoying YouTube. I was really apprehensive about doing this because, I mean, you're putting yourself out there for your family and friends and everybody else. And that's kind of scary to me. It just requires a level of do care but don't care. You know what I mean? You do care and you want to try and you want to be a success. You got to don't care about those people who are going to be hateful about it or towards you, or, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. The older I get, the less I kind of care, honestly. So, but I am enjoying it, and I hope it does become something, I don't know, bigger. I hope people enjoy it and follow me and stuff. And I can't wait to see it involve more people, evolve as a channel. But yeah, I already have kind of a plan. I've been planning like my next videos and kind of what categories those are going to fit into. It'll be like my hauls, which I think are some of my favorite videos, is to highlight what I've gotten. And I don't know, that's just a lot of fun, like education on teaching people how to do eBay, and then just updates on my journey, which is what I would consider this one. After 21 days. I'm trying to fix my glasses. I'm so used to wearing them. So, and the fifth thing that surprised me in all of this, I've had anxiety about doing it and embarking on something that didn't have a really clear path and that I could fail at. But the support that I'm shown already, I feel a little emotional about it. Just means like the world to me. To have, like, you know, everybody around me, friends and family, especially, you know, my husband and my mother-in-law and, you know, my mom and my son, even he is excited. Like, when we went to that free estate sale, which I'm going to talk about in a later video, but somebody had an estate sale, and afterwards they were like, everything's free, just come get it. And of course, as soon as we got there, he zoned in on a lime green basket full of freaking DVDs. I'm telling you, these 3 weeks that I've been doing eBay, I think his collection has increased by like 200 discs. At least they're all staying in the house right now. Sometimes they like to go into the pool, and you don't know torture until you're trying to dry off hundreds of CDs with a towel. So. Oh man. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some stuff that I've learned. I've learned that consistency beats perfection. And I'm still seeing that play out. But, like, with my, listing stuff on eBay or starting a YouTube, I'm aiming for consistency. And I think perfection is developed through that. I don't think, some people, like, take forever to plan what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, so much so that they never get started. And you got to be afraid to fail. You have to be, willing to make mistakes and have people see them. I think just getting started is more important than waiting till it's perfect, because it never will be. Good inventory does matter. What you sell, you want to buy quality. Even if you're like a bread and butter flipper and you're going to buy things that have excellent quick turnover but low profit, you still want to pick quality items, If you're selling somebody holy socks, they're probably going to leave you a bad review. So you're not going to drum up consistent business. Another thing I learned is to make sure that you track every dollar. Like, know what you're doing with your money, where it's going. I don't see how you could measure your success without having some numerical value in front of you. Just because packages are moving every day, think about it. If a seller was like severely underpricing things and things are moving every day, but their return on their investment, their profit margin is like 50, not bueno. You're leaving money on the table or up in the air, whatever. Number 4 thing I learned is that organization saves time. So I have spent a lot of my early time to, making sure that I develop, an organized accounting system. And I would say all my stock is organized, but it's not. That's a this week thing, is to get definitive, like, closet 1, hanging, or, and shelf 1, shelf A, shelf B, shelf C, and get some bins and stuff. And it's so important to do that stuff. So that's part of my goal this week, actually. And I've also had to learn lately that it is okay to pace myself. I have just struggled lately with being tired. Like, needing a nap, like, almost every day, except for the days where I'm, like, all energy. But, it seems like it's one day on, one day off. And today I feel a lot better. I spent the morning, planning for these videos and making some thumbnails and editing. And, of course, I had to cook for me, cook for my kiddo, feed the cat, stuff like that. So I did use some mental energy early, and then I already have taken a nap for 30 minutes. But, just maintaining the house and taking care of my kid, taking care of myself, being pregnant, I just get wear out, and I have to be okay with pacing it out, You can't, there's no point in burning and pushing through when you have no gas. Because I don't want to get burned out. I want to continue to build on a foundation. So, really quick mistakes I've made, like doing that auction. I did an auction, and I'll share that in a video coming too. But, by the time I decided auctioning was not for me, I already won some bids. So, and I bought a couple things that I might not have bought in retrospect, like that Mad Gab game. $5 sunk into something that I'm not going to be able to sell. And I think I've overpriced a couple things. Everybody thinks their treasure is the most treasurable. So you have to be reasonable about where you're placing your price points. And I haven't considered shipping as much as I need to in some points. Like, there's a couple sales I made where I had free shipping, And free shipping is great, but you have to build that cost into the price of the item a little bit to balance out, you know, the money you're losing on shipping, and it's not a perfect balance. But I do think buyers really like free shipping, because they're just flat cost. But you have calculated shipping, so you may be selling like I have that Batman listed for $50. Now, is he worth that? Sure. But if I have calculated shipping on him and say that shipping is $15 to $18, it's no longer a competitive price, because at that point they're going to pay 70 plus for it. So it has to go into your planning and consideration for pricing. And that's something that I am still learning. So, and yep, I'm about to go over my goals for the next 30 days. Oh, guys, I didn't show you my shirt. I just got this. But, see, it says, it's a frog with coffee. Kind of a grumpy looking frog. And it says, what does it say? It says, first of all, Jesus thinks I'm a delight. Anyways. Okay, my goals. I'm at 56 listings today. I want to reach 100 active listings within the next 30 days. I want to continue uploading to YouTube. I want to keep sourcing intentionally. I want to improve my listing process, not only to become faster, but to make my listings stronger. I want to stay profitable while I'm learning. And my profit goal in August is going to be $500. So, yeah. I want to, keep reinvesting in the business itself, and I'm not going to be taking profits still, because it's important that I get it bulked up enough that it starts paying for itself, and, I'm not quite there yet. So, yeah. And so I'll check back in another 30 days or so and see how close I am to those goals I just outlined. My goal with all this is just to have fun. And I don't want to get so caught up in my goals or the numbers that I forget why I started this in the first place. So, I did it! Another video. Woo! Excuse me, golly, my allergies. So, yeah, I think I've covered it all. Pretty sure. So, thank you guys for watching, if you watched all this. If you just clicked on it and you're not going to hear this anyway, still thanks. Next couple of days, I will release some more haul videos. So, just check them out if you'd like. I'd appreciate it. And, yeah, I'm just going to keep on keeping on and keep trying to release these videos. And I think this week is going to be just extra fantastic. So, gotta go pick up my husband from the airport here shortly. Okay. Anyways, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a really rad day.